Okay, let's get the Magneto out of the way. This is the auto advance unit on the back, and there's 2 threads in this. That was not tight at all. Normally that little horseshoe washer just drops out like that. And again, that's it. Simple as that. There are 3 nuts, or should be 3 nuts, holding on the Magneto. One thing I did notice earlier though is the nut is missing from the stud under here. So that's going to be easy to take off. Ooh, that was loose. That was also loose. So I just wonder if this was just loosely assembled. This is a Lucas K2FC competition mag as well, and that was fitted to this model. Very cool. And I'll obviously test this mag out and take it to Greg if it needs some work, because he is the maestro. The next job is to see if we can get this barrel off, and there's 9 nuts to remove. They're either a 1/4 inch Whitworth or 5/16. Oh, the stud's coming out. Great stuff. This is obviously the first time I'm seeing it, but just looking at the camshaft, it looks very nice. Obviously I have to take everything apart. Even the pistons look okay. There's some glazing definitely in the bores, but overall they look great, and I'm hoping these are the original size pistons, so that if necessary we can just go to 20 over standard. Don't know if you can see in there, but they look pretty good. Just maybe a little glazed further down, but I'll be taking this to a machine shop for them to take a look at it and measure it. There is a little bit of rust. The skirts are intact. There's some wear on the bottom of the followers. I'll be taking all those out anyway. Great. That's another big step forward. Well, that was very straightforward. All the studs came out very, very easily with the double nuts. And then, as you saw, I took the pistons off and heated up the pistons so that I could push through the gudgeon pins or the wrist pins after removing the circlips. So they are off now. I still think that they are standard size, but I've yet to measure the bore or the pistons. So I'll obviously go back to the specification in the manuals just to double check, see what they are and how they compare, and whether I can even reuse some of these parts or if I just need to order new rings or pistons or both. These Magneto screws have a very interesting shoulder that goes into that recess. I'm assuming it's to provide more support for the Magneto and possibly seal it as well a little bit better. Oh, stud came out. It's a bit rusty. I should have done that Magneto later. I don't know why I did it so soon. There was no need to rush it. Well, that will need replacing for sure. I will obviously thoroughly inspect this before it goes back on the bike. This is the intermediate shaft support tool that's fitted. I've used this before on the Shet project and it's got the spacers behind it. I'm going to take the worm drive nut for the oil pump off first and then loosen these and then remove that. This, by the way, is a left-hand thread, so we've got to turn clockwise to remove that. This brace plate fits perfect, and not only is it used to support this intermediate shaft, but it's also used when you're setting your cam chain tension, and by the looks of it, it's been over tightened as well, because once this plate's on, it's supposed to replicate what it's like when you've got your cover on and everything is together, but of course you can't see how tight your chain is once the cover's on, hence this. Again, this is a left-hand thread nut. It looks okay. It was very tight coming off. Last time I tried this, I bashed my knuckles up, so be more careful this time. That was easier than I remember. That plate was great, and I will leave a link or links in the description below, guys, to some of the tools and parts that I use on this project. I just removed the chain tensioner setup and This is still very tight, so try with the puller again. Of course there's a woodruff key under here anyway, so it'll be working against that as well. Extremely tight. I'll put something in there, I think. A little spacer, because I've run out of room with the puller. There we go. Finally. Interesting stamp here. 559. The cam spins very freely, nice and smooth. Let's try and remove this woodruff key, if possible. I tried some others, but they weren't small enough. I need a new key. I don't want to damage the keyway. Yeah. Oh, got it. I thought I got it. May have to sacrifice my pliers. Finally, I think we are there. Wow, it was really difficult to get that out. I just couldn't get underneath it. So I tried heat and here it comes. I just didn't want to damage the keyway. And the woodruff key itself has had it, but you can get those. So obviously I'll order a new one. There we go. Oh, thank goodness for that. And the keyway is in really good shape. So obviously if the cam is good, I can reuse this. There's the woodruff. It's in the right state. Great. I don't think this engine's been apart before, or it was years ago. great. Nearly there. This is after a very initial pass with the plastic scraper. Got this kit here, and they're pretty sharp, but they don't damage the alloy. And then I've taken off a couple of burrs that were protruding on this surface here with a small file, like that, and cleaned up inside. This is all before it goes to the vapor blaster, and then just gone round with the scraper. The inside's very nice and clean, but still a bit to go before I take it to the vapor blaster so that at least it's in good condition before they get it.